Do you want to learn how to make a gorgeous full centerpiece with all Dollar Tree items in a very small budget? Keep watching. Hello everyone, I'm Ramon. Welcome back to Ramon at Home. If you're new to this channel, let me give you a warm welcome and let you know that I'm an interior designer, decorator, and DIYer who wants to help you make your home your favorite place on earth. So please consider subscribing. And if you already subscribed, well, today's video is going to be super fun because we're going to start our fall series. I was out at Dollar Tree and I noticed that they have put out all of their florals and foliages out. They have some really beautiful florals this year. Some picks that I cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on. My favorite one was the sunflower and of course the bittersweet that I'm going to show you how to use on this particular centerpiece. And so I was inspired to create the 2019 fall centerpiece DIY on a very small budget to show you guys that you can create this. I'm gonna give you step-by-step instructions, and to do that, let's go to the studio. All right, you guys, so to put this beautiful centerpiece together, what we're going to need, first of all, is 2 blocks of foam from our local DT store. I also found this cute little tray. It's a serving tray that we're going to use as the base for our centerpiece, and this was also $1 at the DT store, so we're gonna use that. We're gonna use 1 bushel of the hydrangea in orange. We're also going to use 1 bushel of the burlap sunflower as well as the smaller burlap sunflower. Then we're gonna use 1 bushel of this beautiful burlap mom, which I absolutely love, and you guys can see the detail is so beautiful. We're going to use 2 bushels of the green oak. They have also the DT store. We're going to use a variety of the beautiful picks they have with the beautiful pumpkin, and I have it in orange and I also have some in green just to create some variation. We're going to use 2 bushels of the bittersweet to give it some fly, and this is also the DT store. They're absolutely gorgeous. And then we're going to use a bag of moss to put around our foam. Let me put all of this stuff on the side. Then we're gonna use a flameless candle that is battery remote operated, and one of these hurricanes that I got at my local thrift store. So I'm gonna put these 2 guys on the back for now so we can get going with our centerpiece. So the very first thing I want to do is I want to glue this down, and I always tell you guys never to get the package from this removed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue right here on the sticker, and the reason why I want to keep the package is because that will keep your foam in place and you don't have to worry about it shifting or breaking. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the same to this. Apply your glue right here on the square where the tag is and glue that down. So that's what we're going to do right here, and press down so it really hangs on to the tray. That's beautiful. As you guys can see, it will hold really well. All right, so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to grab my hurricane and I'm going to make a mark. So I'm just going to go ahead and push down, and that way I know what to do around and how I'm going to go ahead and place that hurricane right here on my mark. So that's another tip. I can build up from there without having to have the hurricane there. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up my moss, and this is something you want to do prior to making your centerpiece because this moss can get really dusty, and actually this one is not. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bring it right here, and I'm going to add this all the way around our centerpiece like so, just to cover the perimeter and so it looks more finished. You don't need all of the moss because it's a lot, and I cannot believe this is only $1. It's a lot of moss for $1. All right, so what we're trying to do is just cover the perimeter of the moss. I'm gonna pull real hard and put this on the back because, like I said, we don't need all of it, and that way it will look more natural. And all you want to do is, there you go, tack it like that. Now here, I'm gonna give you a secret I learned while working at the furniture store where I used to do the florals, and this is a trick that I was taught. So what you wanna do is you wanna grab one of your 18 gauge wire, which I have right here. So what you do is like you cut your wire in half, and then you put them together, and then you cut in half again, and then you might want to do it one more time. And so what you're going to do with this is you're going to make little clips. So you fold them in half like so, kind of like a bobby pin, and then you want to use that to secure the moss into the foam. That way it doesn't shift and it doesn't come out, you guys. This is a trick that I learned, like I told you, working at one of the retail flower shops, furniture stores where I work. And that way you can control that moss. It will not shift and it will not move. And it's just the perfect way to keep it together. All right, well, let me give this table a quick wipe, because I just had made a mess with my moss, and I'll be right back with you guys to continue with the centerpiece. Okay, so now we have our moss on the perimeter of our centerpiece. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to green this centerpiece, and I'm going to just go ahead and add a little bit of glue into our greenery, and I'm going to go ahead and insert this green all the way around the perimeter of our centerpiece. And you can use the longer ones to elongate the shape of your centerpiece. But for this particular one, I really want more of an oval shape, because it can be used for a round table, and it can be used for a rectangular table, and it can also be used for a square table. And I had explained this before to you guys, how when I do one thing on one side, I immediately move to the other side and I replicate. Like, I want it to be symmetrical, so I'm gonna go do one on the top right here, and I'm gonna move over to this side, and I'm gonna go ahead and insert one more right here. Now, I would regularly glue all of this, but if you guys don't want to, you don't have to, and that way you can always reuse all of your foliages. Put this apart when the season is over, and then you can reuse your foliages. But for this particular occasion, I'm gonna go ahead and just skip the gluing part, also for time purposes, but that is up to you. And that's why I have my hot glue gun right here, in case I needed to go on a place where I don't want it to move, then just go ahead and glue it. And as you guys can see, I've added some of the greenery going around. And the next thing I'm going to add is going to be this little pigs. They are absolutely cute, and I cannot believe they're only $1, you guys. Look, it has a pumpkin, it has some berries, it has some different foliages. And I want those little pumpkins to show, so I'm gonna go ahead and put them at the rim of my centerpiece. And like I told you guys, I have different colors and I like to alternate them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give them a little fluff. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it right across from the other one, so I can keep filling the perimeter of this particular centerpiece. And so just go ahead and give them a fluff, like I said, and insert like so. All right, so I feel like we have enough little foliage and pumpkins and greenery. So what I'm going to go ahead is I'm gonna go ahead and insert the lighter florals, and I'm gonna go ahead and put them in groups of 2s and 1s. So I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 right here. And the reason why you wanna do that is because they show better if you have them in groups. So I'm gonna go ahead and go across from here, and I'm gonna go ahead and insert 1 to kind of balance it off. Then I'm going to go ahead and do the same with this beautiful sunflower. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 1 right here. And because I have 2 on this side, I'm gonna move to the other side and do 2 of the sunflowers on the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and add 1 right here, and I'm going to go ahead and add 1 right here, and I'll spin it around in a second for you guys to see what that looks like so far. All right, so far so good. Now I feel like we need some towards the bottom, so I'm gonna go ahead and add this guy right here. I'm gonna add 1, then I'm gonna add 2, like so. And then I'm gonna move on to this beautiful hydrangea, and I'm gonna give this stem a little clip, just so it's fuller and shorter, and that way it will show more. You wanna keep a balance also about the same height, all of your flowers, because that will keep your arrangement looking balanced and cohesive. So I'm gonna go put 1 right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and put another hydrangea over here on this side to fill in right about here. Good so far. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add just a few more flowers where I feel like they need them. So I'm gonna go ahead and add one right here, right by this pumpkin. Perfect. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add one right about here. And so far it's looking pretty full, really beautiful. This is where our candle will go. But this is a fun part, you guys. Dollar Tree has this really cute bittersweet right now. Let me get this stinky tag. I don't know why they put this. These tags are bigger than the price range. So what I'm gonna go ahead is I'm gonna go ahead and just clip all of them. You guys know I like to clip all of them at once. And I got two different colors. I got the orange color and then I also got the yellowish color. I'm gonna get this other tag off of it. The good thing is they're made out of paper, so they're super easy to take off without hurting the quality of the flower. All right, so then I'm gonna go ahead and cut this guy right here. Now, I also absolutely love this bittersweet. I come from Kansas and bittersweet grows wild in Kansas. Let me comment down below and let me know if this is something that grows wild in the state and what state you live in. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add this, what I call the flyaways. And what I like to do is I just like to give them a little bend like this and they go like so. And as you guys can see, it just gives it that little airy feel to it, like it's just like they're up here growing wild. But if you don't give them that little bend, they will not do that, I promise. And you just want to fill in the spots where you feel like it needs a little bit of air. I really recommend to go out and buy your supplies for fall right now, you guys, because it might seem a little premature, but I guarantee you people were already shopping for fall when I went to buy these supplies at my local DT store, and then you won't be able to find these unique things because you know they do not, I repeat, they do not restock, you guys. Once all of these are gone, then they're gone. Go ahead and give them a little fluff like so. And we're gonna continue to circle around. That way our centerpiece is very, very balanced. Thumbs up if you like this little flyaway trick with the bittersweets. It is one of my favorite things, and I can tell you that I bought enough to make a wreath with. So that'll be our next project. We're gonna make a beautiful fall wreath using all Dollar Tree items, just to show you that you do not have to spend hundreds of dollars and that you can also do it yourself, you guys. No reason to go out and buy it already made when you can just fabricate it yourself and save yourself some money. All right, I do love this bittersweet moment we're giving this. It's giving it a little bit more of a wilder look, and I absolutely love it. So pretty. All right, I think we are about done. I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy facing down. So now what we need to do is bring our candle. We're gonna put our candle down, and then we're gonna go ahead and put a hurricane down and just carefully arrange all of those flowers. And this is what our centerpiece looks like. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. All right, so once that our candle and a hurricane are in place, I have a few of these bigger pumpkins that I do want to go ahead and insert as a focal point. These bigger items just serve as a focal point, and you want to insert them at the very end just so they show quite better. I'm gonna go one large and one small one like that. And as you guys can see, this really adds a focal point and it really grounds your centerpiece. And this is what it looks like, you guys. The little pumpkins did come from Hobby Lobby. However, they are right now 50% off at your local Hobby Lobby. So go get them while they last. But I also love how full this turned out. It was super easy and very, very affordable. All right, so what do you guys think? Leave me a comment down below and let me know if this is something that you think you might recreate. I really, really, really want to know, so leave me a comment down below. And also, Leave me a comment down below and let me know what do you think about the bittersweet trick. I really just think it gives it so much air and it looks so beautiful. I really hope you enjoyed this little DIY. I had so much fun showing you guys, and like I mentioned during the video, the wreath is coming up next, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you're new to this channel, well, please consider subscribing and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. And if you've been following for a long time, well, thank you so much. I really do hope that you guys will enjoy this 2019 full decorating series coming soon, so stay tuned. Thank you guys, and until next time. Oh, by the way, if you have not seen the last centerpiece that I showed you how to make for 2018, I'm gonna link it up, or you guys can watch more videos right now. Thank you, and until next time, bye.